have to get that anti-serum and start putting things right. There must be some way to reach Leonardo. Convince them to give up this crusade for revenge. They've both done so much good for the world. They can't throw their legacies away just to spite Norman. Okay, Norman's on his way to get the anti-serum. Better update Yuri.
I hope this is good news.
It is. Oscorp just created an anti-serum.
There's a cure? Oh, thank God. How quickly can we get it to people?
I'm on my way to find out. The lab is at 10th and Cathedral.
Wait. I just got a report of a helicopter going down in that area.
Oh no. That could be Norman's helicopter.
I'd send officers your way, but I don't have any.
Don't worry, I'm on it. This will all be over soon, I promise.
Hey, how you doing? Welcome back to more Marvel's Spider-Man as I mess around with the window.
Attention units. Snipers have officers pinned down. Reports are coming in from Little Tokyo.
Just trying to make sure it doesn't have that little letterboxing.
Electro trying to destroy our power grid. The Vulture raining death from above. Spider-Man egging them both on in the very heart of our city, brawling like children. Lethal children, pitching a tantrum of death and destruction. I'm often asked, why do menaces like this end up with awesome powers? Why not someone like you, Jonah? Well, I have considered trying to use advanced science to give me powers, only so I could protect you in a more hands-on way, of course. But after much reflection, I've decided against it. Because power corrupts. I'm a man of the people, and I want to stay one of the hard-working, ordinary people of New York. So I'll just help via my talk show, my publishing empire, and my vast personal fortune. No need to thank me. It's what a man of the people does.
What a dumbass. I mean, it was nice, even though it looked very unprofessional. It gave us some time to listen to the millions of audio files this game wants to unload on us at a time. I started again a few weeks ago. Like time. Oh yeah.
This is Control. What's the situation at Grand Central?
Well, you're getting yourself into the shape that you want, which is good.
Proceeding to question and arrest as needed.
It's great that getting yourself healthy always feels like the opposite. I could fast travel, but I'm choosing not to. We should really try to get the most of our New York adventure. Oh, it does, for sure.
Escaped prisoners are causing a violent disturbance.
I don't have the patience to do it.
Museum file.
So we cleared this one already. It's nice, again, that I mentioned this in a previous stream, but it's nice that they gave the trees swing points. Because I remember Spider-Man 2 and a lot of other old Spider-Man games being a hassle going through Central Park. Because they didn't have any swing points, so it's just kind of like, why bother?
Open it.
I don't know.
have to take care of these demons before I can follow Lee into the lab. Time to KO those snipers.
I'm siding with Lee here. So let's see, we got 3 dudes next to each other. We got 1 dude over there. I think we can actually take him out solo. Whoop. Wrong button.
Need to get through these demons quick before Lee gets a hold of the anti-serum.
Okay. That's a handful down. I'm hearing the sound of a camera. Alright, let's guess this is the soundtrack. Alright, so what we could do here, pop him over. That did not take him out, unfortunately. There we go.
Might want to pick these guys off stealthily.
There we go. Alright, we got a couple snipers.
Could web down that tower.
Let's see. Got a couple ways we can do this. Shit! Okay, wow, that was very lucky.
The demons chewed through Sable. Lee's on the warpath.
So there's one guy there. One guy over there, one guy down here. Nope, and a guy over there.
Spider-Man, leave now. My men will handle this.
Sable? Lee wiped out the agents stationed here. They're not handling anything.
You have been warned, superhero.
Oh, wow. He ducked that without even trying. Okay, that took a long time. There we go.
Sable made good on her threat, but these guys aren't looking to team up.
Tired of you harassing our agents, Spider-Man. This ends tonight.
You guys think I took out your men? You gotta be kidding me!
We need backup.
You sure do.
Gotta make this fast and get inside.
There's way too much shit happening all at once. This is really horrible.
wish Sable would cut me some slack. We should be on the same team.
Yeah, this is not fun at all. I'm gonna be honest, because there's way too much happening all at once, and you can't actually like control any of it. This is just really not well put together, this section right here. There's just a lot of projectiles coming all at once, and it's just not... It's not possible to control, or not control, but like monitor everything that's happening at the same time.
Time to follow Lee inside.
And not just monitor, but it's not possible to actually properly react to everything, because while you're trying to dodge just one projectile, another one just comes right back in as you're coming off of the recover, so you can't dodge off of that.
So heavy.
You harass my men, destroy my equipment, and cost my client millions. Give me one good reason I should not kill you right now.
Listen, I don't like you, you don't like me. But Lee has your client inside this building right now, and he's gonna kill him if we don't do something. We could fight each other, or we could fight Lee, but not both. Does this mean we're good?
You will help me secure Norman. After that, I make no promises.
Works for me. Lee's out of control.
You secure Osborn. I will talk to them.
Nice to have friends.
I do not like Silver Sable. I think she's very boring.
No more running. This ends tonight. This is insanity. I have to find a way to reach the Martin Lee I know. The man who built Feast.
Oh, okay. So that's a thing. Alright.
Okay, Lee. No more running. This ends tonight. This is insanity. I have to find a way to reach the Martin Lee I know. A man who built Feast. No way to go but down.
Turn back, Spider-Man. This is me and Osborn.
I know about the accident. I know what happened to your parents.
The accident? You sound as clinical as Osborn. My parents died because of me. Because of what Osborn did to me.
You're more than your past. Don't let it control you.
I tried so hard to make my parents proud, to honor their legacy. But to truly honor them, Osborn must see justice.
I won't let you do this, Martin.
Another acid dream sequence, which we don't need, to be honest.
Lee's pain, his anger, it's fueling his power.
sample. No! No, Martin! Look, I told you I'm sorry. It was an accident. I was trying to help. You don't help people. You use them.
This won't bring your parents back.
Why do you insist on trying to save this piece of scum?
I'm trying to save you, Martin. Don't let revenge win. Fight it!
Okay, boss fight.
Osborn must be punished. His cancer has infected this city for too long.
Osborn deserves true justice. He won't see it unless you stop now.
I'll never stop.
Oh, okay. Tap button, tap button.
This is exactly who I am.
So eventually he'll wear himself out, it seems. Oop.
Osborn's crimes will be on your head.
Alright, that was not entirely worth it. That was an avoidable hit. There we go.
Fight it, Martin! You can walk away!
No, Osborn must suffer.
Granted, this is pretty epic.
I know you can beat the demon, Martin.
Beat the demon? I am the demon!
Just gotta stay off the ground. Whoop.
He's a big demon.
Whoop. Oh, okay. Seems like I could get about 8 hits on him. Or a little less, maybe 7. the laser shot. Like, immediately forgot about it. Okay, I knocked him down, but it didn't give me a chance to, So maybe I need an extra spar fill to do a finisher move on him. So maybe it'll take 2 bars to let me do a, Nope. So let's just get some healing in. Whoop.
I know. But this is the wrong way, Martin.
Useless.
Otto?
That look on your face. You can't imagine how satisfying it is. Ready for your final act?
Hey. Hey.
Where's Otto?
Gone. I would not worry about him right now.
He needs a hospital.
No. No hospital. Feast.
I'm hungry. Spider-Man needs food badly. So now they're best friends, apparently. Sable is terribly written in this. Just throw all of the goods off.
Head doctor.
There's no doctors here.
Who's running this place?
Me, mostly.
Oh, okay. Well, it's been a while, but I'll do my best. I'll need masks, gloves,
right.
whatever you have that's sterile.
Thank you.
You can thank me by not dying.
So I can kill you, I guess.
Oh my god.
He'll live, but he needs rest.
Hey, take it easy.
Where's May?
They say she could go at any moment.
Where are you going?
I need to find Otto. He has the anti-serum. I don't know if I can beat him.
Maybe you can't. Maybe Spider-Man needs help from his friend Peter.
What?
Peter helped build those arms, remember? If anyone can find a weakness, it's him. Go get him, Tiger.
All right. No. No, that's not it. Maybe it's this one. No.
Yes, please let this. Just ignore that. I know exactly what they're gonna do, and I like it.
MJ's right. I built the neural interface. That means I can destroy it. There must be something at the lab I can use.
Attention units. We are receiving reports of looting. Incident is ongoing near Union Square. Please copy.
The direction they're taking this finale, I'm happy with. I know exactly what's about to happen. I mean, not that they're being subtle or anything, but I'm very happy.
Spider-Man. Hello.
Man, I gotta change this number.
I must leave New York. Recent events. Give me pause. Your rescue of Osborn, despite his hatred, it affected me. I must return home. Reflect on this life I choose.
Dang. I think I'm actually gonna miss you and your death troopers.
Unfortunately, my agents will stay. Though I question our work, they do not. And Osborn continues to pay. I am sorry.
So close to being good news.
Indeed. I will miss you and your bizarre witticism, Spider-Man. Until we meet again.
What a strange, violent lady.
Poorly written. Okay, we are at the end. All right. Also, I'm sorry. Hey, Brain Buster, how you doing? Appreciate you being here. Wrong outfit, game.
We did the impossible, Doc. But now I have to destroy it. With a little creation of my own.
And once again, we have live footage of Mayor Osborn being held captive on the roof of Oscorp Tower.
You want me to beg? Not gonna happen!
The world will know the truth before they mop you off the pavement.
Go! Ah!
Tell them what you did.
I never. Ah!
Everything you have is built on lies! Lies! You stole my company, my ideas! Now, the truth.
The truth. Okay. The truth is, you were only ever worth a damn when you worked for me! The truth is, You could never accept that I'm better than you. You're a failure, Otto, and you always will be.
Give me the anti-serum!
Otto, you've worked your whole life to help people. Please.
You're fighting the wrong man. But have it your way.
So a couple things.
Much time, please! I'll turn over the anti-serum when Osborn pays for his crimes!
There's no way he could have built that suit in that short amount of time. Hey, what am I supposed to do here?
Just give me the anti-serum! You've already done enough to ruin Osborn! No! He always bounces back! He has to lose everything!
Ooh. There we go.
I see you have a new suit! It won't help! I know your weaknesses! I have no weaknesses!
Oop. Okay, so the game will automatically zip us back up if we go too far out.
You're wasting my time! Enough playing!
Alright, what's next?
Gotta move.
I'm sorry? Ooh.
People are dying! They need the anti-serum now! I will cure the city after I bring down Osborn!
Oh, I'm stuck. Come on.
Let me save the city! Then we can do whatever you want! I already know what I want! Now get out of my way before I really hurt you! How much is Osborn paying you to protect him? I'm not protecting him! I'm trying to save the city!
Ugh. Taking hits here.
Give me the anti-serum, and I promise Osborn will face charges! Liar! Just like Osborn! Nothing but lies! What happened to the man who wanted to help people? The weakling? Enough of this!
Just gonna do this crap again.
What are you...
Such a disappointment. Parker.
You knew?
I tried to warn you, Peter, but you didn't listen.
You knew?
I won't let you win. This means too much to me!
Not more than it means to me!
You see all the people you're hurting? You'll never understand! You haven't suffered like I have! You should be on my side! I won! Please, think of the man you were!
That man is gone. You can't save me, Peter.
Then I guess you'll have to save yourself! You were my hero! You meant so much to me! I hate that you're making me do this!
Guess we gotta get him down the building?
We were going to change the world!
You look tired, Parker.
Not tired. Just hurt. Otto!
If you want to change the world, you have to be the kind of man who can make the hardest decisions.
I couldn't agree more. No! The anti-serum.
Peter, I saw you as a son. I should have known you'd turn on me, just like all the others.
Turn. I've worshipped you. Your mind, your conscience, wanting to help others. The way you never gave up.
That's because men like us have a duty.
a responsibility to use our talents in the service of others. Even if they don't appreciate it, we have to do what's best for those beneath us, whether they understand it or not.
No, you're wrong! You are everything I wanted to be! You just threw it away!
Yes, of course. You're right, Peter. Oh, I see that now. The neural interface affected my mind. But I can fix it. We can fix it together. If you'll help me.
Do everything I can. I'll make sure you get the best help.
No! If they put me away, they'll take my arms. I'll be trapped in this useless body. Please, Peter. That wasn't me. You said you'd never abandon me. You promised. Remember? And of course, you'll rest easy, knowing your secret is safe with me.
You do what you think is best, Doc. It's all any of us can.
Peter?
Even when it hurts like hell.
Peter, where are you going? Peter? Peter!
It's still viable. We'll need the entire sample as a base to produce more doses.
How long will that take?
A few hours. Maybe a day.
What if we use it to cure someone right now?
Then there won't be enough to cure the others. I'll give you a few minutes.
You're gonna be okay, ma'am. I've got the cure right here.
Take off your mask. I want to see my nephew.
You knew?
I've known for a while.
I never wanted you to worry.
I did. And I am so proud of you. And Ben would be too. All the people you've saved.
I don't know what to do.
Yes, you do.
Alright, Calgon.
So?
Hi, Mary Jane Watson, associate editor.
Congrats!
Thank you.
I knew you could do it.
What about you? Find a job yet?
Oh, no, but,
I'll be right with you, honey. Thank you.
I was actually considering maybe a career change.
Hmm?
Yeah, I think I might want to become a chef.
I'm sorry, no, it's... You're a scientist. A good one.
Yeah, the last project I worked on, I created a monster octopus that almost destroyed the city, so...
Yeah. I mean, you do make a hell of a chicken curry.
I do. Still working on my dumplings, though.
Going camping?
Oh, my new place isn't gonna be ready for about a week, so I'm gonna be crashing with Miles for the next few nights.
Oh. You know, you can always stay at my place. Only if you want to.
No, I mean, yes. I mean, no, I don't. I not want to. But meaning, I do want to, but only if you do.
I never stopped wanting to.
Me neither.
Okay, it didn't go the direction I was hoping it would, and actually ended up killing off May, so I'm gonna say I hated that ending quite a lot, actually. The fight with Octavius was fantastic, but that is just... No, that was not a good ending at all. Man. Hey, Max and Chachi. Good timing. Thank you for the raid as we go into the credits for Marvel Spider-Man. So we're rehashing our thoughts on this game. And of course, we always, after we finish a game, sit through the credits because it is important to give respect to the people who worked hard on the games that we play, whether the game is good, whether the game is bad. People worked hard, long hours, long stretches at a time to ensure that, you know, we have some form of entertainment, something to enjoy, you know, for better or for worse. So, as always, we pay our respects to those who sacrificed their time and energy to bring us these products. So, once again, thank you to everyone at Insomniac for this. And again, I kind of want to retroactively thank all of the developers who've created the games that we've done on this stream. Even games that we didn't like, Time and Eternity. For all the hard work you have all put into these games. But so let's give our thoughts, our credit thoughts. So for the most part, the game was really good. There were sections where it felt like the game wasn't responding, and I don't know if that was just because I had spent so much time not playing it, you know, stretches between sessions. For the most part, it was very Arkham. It had the Arkham style of combat, and it fused it very well with the mechanics of the character of Spider-Man. For the most part, the plot was actually pretty good. The ending was terrible. I didn't like it at all. Killing off May made no sense. It didn't add anything to the story or the drama. It was just kind of there, and it felt like they kicked off Peter and Mary Jane's romance off the back of her dying, which is always kind of gross in its own way. And they set us up for a sequel, having Miles get bitten by one of the radioactive spiders, but I felt like what they really could have done to really make this ending pop would be to have us take control of Miles as the new Spider-Man and sort of have them tag team off. So we tag between each Spider-Man, and I thought that would have kicked a lot of ass. That would have been probably the best finale for this. It was still a good finale. That fight with Octavius, the first part, and then the second part on the side of the building, both really fantastic. Wait, John Romero actually... Is that the same John Romero? Anyway, it was still a good final fight. but it could have been a whole hell of a lot more interesting and fun if they had gone all in with giving us Miles in this game. But it does open the door for us to, you know, take on the mantle of Miles in the next one. And I'm sure they're going to definitely give it, because this was a fantastic game. Silver Sable sucked. Just wasn't...
I'm not an expert or anything, but I think it's in the way that you ask her.
I'm getting too nervous. Hey, alright, so where do you want this?
Right over here's fine.
Alright.
It's a good shirt.
Hey, so Pete?
Yeah.
I, kinda gotta talk to you about something I can't tell my mom about.
What's up?
Well, weird things have been going on. Like, physically.
Oh. Well, you know, you're at that age where your body starts to change. And so you may be noticing some areas,
No.
for example...
Not that. I think it's better that I just, I show you.
No.
It's pretty weird, right?
Not that weird.
God, could you imagine if we did that? Could you imagine if we had that as the finale, where the two of them do that and boom, a tag team fight with Miles and Peter against Octavius, and how fucking amazing that would have been. Oh, I tingle just the thought of it. Damn. But, you know, it's still a good final fight. I felt like just filling the city with enemies that shoot at you really didn't add much either. There wasn't a lot of variety in the side missions and things like that. Like, the actual side missions were good, but, like, the distractions weren't all that great. The pigeon thing was funny. The challenges were not fun, except for, I would say, stealth and the bombs. Stealth and bombs were pretty consistent and interesting. Swinging through the levels, as I've said through almost every stream, has been just an exciting and fun event. They did a great job with that. It was a lot of fun trying to break the game as much as we did. I don't know what Peter's kill count is, but he certainly killed a lot of people over the course of this adventure, and we're very proud of that. And like the animations, the artwork, the visual style, everything popped and was fantastic. They just did a phenomenal job with that. For the most part, the game really did handle well. There were definitely sections where it didn't, and you know which ones. For the most part, the boss fights were pretty good. They did kind of follow a similar formula. Just swing around until the enemy gets tired, or you do enough damage to do a strike. And I feel like there could have been a lot more chances to push us to use, like, pinpoint shooting and things like that, because they definitely could have pulled it off with this. And I thought that's the direction they were going to go with it, but what can you do? What more is there to say? I mean, the voice acting was great, mocap was fantastic. There's just so much effort, and it shows. It really does. This was a really good game. A fantastic game. I can't believe it went on as long as it did, but, you know, there is also a lot of stuff to do. And, you know, I definitely feel this is a game that a lot of people should... I mean, a lot of people did play, but people should definitely play this. I would highly recommend it. In spite of some of my frustrations, it's still... This is the best Spider-Man game. It has, quite frankly, dethroned Spider-Man 2, the movie game, as the best Spider-Man game. So it had great writing, good jokes. One too many acid dreams scenes. We didn't need the one with Scorpion, and we definitely didn't need the one with Lee. They just didn't. They broke up the flow. And I know they were padding, but we don't need padding. You don't want padding in this game. You got enough. We did discuss that the game had too much chatter. So hopefully in the next Spider-Man game, they cut down on that a bit so that we can actually have moments of peace and moments to reflect on the things that we're doing and experiencing versus having the game barrage us every 2 seconds with somebody talking. That was a huge turnoff. JJJ was, hilarious, albeit, a little too on the nose, I felt. A little too, but it's still entertaining. Again, I go back to the ending and I wish it had been stronger. That ending after, like, the Octavius fight, fantastic, and it's just a huge letdown to see that they're just going to go and kill off May and use that as the springboard for Peter and Mary Jane to rekindle their relationship, where it's just like, you could have done that a lot better. It's good to see that they're doing a sequel hook in that way, so that maybe, almost definitely, we're going to get Miles as, if not the main character of the Spider-Man game, but, like, you could do tandem where you switch between the two of them. That would be fun. Forced stealth sections, which are never fun in games and should honestly just go away. We didn't need them. There's different ways that I think they could have done those. I did like the subway section where we tagged enemies for Peter to take out. That was pretty cool. That was a good use of those sections, and I felt like we could have done more things like that. There were a lot more options we could have done with that. Music, as always, is good. It's hard to make bad music in a game like this. You got a fucking orchestra. If you can make a bad track with an orchestra, then you must be really trying hard. Or who's the worst orchestra? There's a British troupe that's basically like a bad orchestra on purpose, and they're actually pretty funny. But in any case, wow. So I was wondering if we were going to get to the end of this anytime soon. I kind of thought it was going to be the last stream, but of course it came out over on this stream. A little surprising that we only had an hour left to go. I probably would have made my last stream longer if I had known. But that's neither here nor there, what other things? Taskmaster was pretty cool. I kind of wish he had a bigger role in the game. Versus just having, those really boring challenges to do. But it was cool seeing him. And that also makes me hope, really, 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 really hope that next time Insomniac takes the reins on this, we get a Deadpool cameo. Because that's kind of an ongoing thing in the Spider-Man comics, is the two of them crossing paths. And that would make for a very funny... That could be a pretty funny aside, kind of like, you had Taskmaster and Deadpool's right on his heels. Kraven the Hunter, oh god. Yeah, Kraven. I remember I was watching Kalon play one of the Spider-Man games, so he was fighting Kraven in that one. But there's a lot of really cool ideas. I just wish they would get away from Dr. Octavius. They always go with Dr. Octavius, I feel like his story is very played out. Like, we didn't see Peter's origin story in this, which is good, because we don't need to see his fucking origin story every single time. But then we went old hat with Octavius as the villain. Like, Martin Lee as the villain, that's a whole new bag for the Spider-Man games. And I thought that would have been just fine. Granted, again, Octavius' fight was still fantastic. I just wish they had taken a different route, and maybe they could have saved up Octavius for a later one. Yeah, Mr. Negative was freaking awesome. Love that. The Scorpion and Rhino fight wasn't all that interesting. I felt like the Vulture and Shocker fight was way more interesting and fun, because there was just more stuff happening, whereas Scorpion and Rhino was underwhelming and kind of just a little flustering. It didn't take full advantage of Peter's abilities. In fact, it took advantage of none of them. Whereas Vulture and Shocker, you had to swing around, you had to time your dodges, and that could lead into different attacks. I don't feel like they made full use of the tandem boss fights, where you could have caused the bosses to, use each other, where you could use the bosses against each other. That just didn't happen. I was kind of expecting it to, so I was a little let down by that. Again, Silver Sable, just boring, just didn't need her in. Fisk really disappeared quickly into the story. Like, once we got him onto the raft and we took care of his stuff, he was just gone. And I know they were using him as sort of a plot springboard into Lee becoming the big thing. So it was interesting how they were trying to, like, tier up each encounter. So it was like, okay, well, Fisk is the main bad guy. No, he's not. Now it's actually Martin Lee. No, it's not. Now it's Octavius. So that kind of escalation was good, whereas it wasn't, this is my final form. It was more like, this is the person who's better than me, which is a good strategy, and it really worked out in favor of the game's progression. I never felt like I was really making full use of any of the abilities other than Web Blossom, and a lot of the other combat stuff really didn't seem like they were really giving us a lot of options to use all the other abilities. Like, even though I picked up the ability to knock shield enemies down with the swing kick, I just didn't have the time or the timing to make use of stuff like that. And there are other abilities too that, like this swinging enemies around, there was just no time because stuff's just flying at you left and right. And that was another problem too in enemy design, is they put in a lot of projectile enemies that would fire one after another and give you very little time to react. And that was a big problem with a lot of the late game stuff. So hopefully they'll balance it out a little bit better in the next one, because they really kind of they missed the mark by just a bit. It wasn't super egregious, and it definitely didn't feel like it was intentional. It just felt sort of like a victim of its own interests. But other than that, like, for the most part, it's an extremely solid game overall. And it's one of those games where when everything's working, it's one of the best experiences I've had with a superhero game ever. And when it fails, it doesn't just fall flat on its face. You know, it trips a little. Sometimes it trips very, violently, but it still lands back on its feet afterwards. And that's good to see. Like, it didn't, like, when it's good, it's great. When it's bad, it's miserable. It was never hit that point. But it did cause some frustrations here and there, particularly, I think, in the last stream or the stream before it, where everything just started off with just not being able to get button presses to respond, and just being bombarded with undodgeable situations. And stuff like that just got to be a little more wary of with it. But you could tell that a lot of work went into this and a lot of thought went into making this as good as they did. And like, it came out fantastic. It's interesting that nothing really came of the Harry subplot. We learned that he, has a disease, but nothing really came of it. We know that that's the entire reason for Osborn making the Devil's Breath, is because his wife succumbed to the illness. And, Harry's on his way too, and it looks like there's a bug in my house. And Alessa is stalking. I think it's a cricket. What is it, Alessa? Is it a cricket? It's not moving, is it? I don't know what that is, sweetie. Don't look at me. I'm not doing anything with it right now. I'm busy. But, yeah, no, this was really good. I like the landmark idea, seeing all the different, landmarks of, the city. Goodness, what else is there? Just, oh, yeah, I should also talk about, I did not like the gadgets. They were good for certain situations, but, like, refilling them was just annoying. It wasn't fun to try to refill stuff in the middle of fights, because it was kind of reliant on you beating the enemy, but maybe you needed that tool for that specific situation, so you're just not going to be able to do it that way. They did give you a lot of options, though. They needed less gadgets and more emphasis on better ways to obtain more uses of them. I never used the spider drones because they had no use. Maybe they could have been good as distractions, but overall I just never felt they were all that helpful. I definitely could have made more use of the web bombs, but again, like, there's very limited number of them. So it's like, okay, we've got a ton of gadgets, right? But we don't have too many of the gadgets. which really ruins everything. Alessa, I swear, if you knock over that computer monitor, you're gonna become a pair of mittens. So it's like, yeah, there's a whole lot of gadgets, but I don't need them. And there's only one time where I feel like the uplifting that one that shoots the enemies up into the air was helpful, is when that guy flew out of bounds, and we had to use that to kind of cheese him into being beaten up so we could finish the hideout. Definitely some bugs here and there, because it's a Spider-Man game. But overall, like, they weren't super intrusive, and most of them were hilarious. So you can tell, you know, like, this game really did go through the ringer to get it out into the shape that it was, and they did a fantastic job with it. No, Funke. Also, hey, Funke, how you doing? Appreciate you being here. Yes, Funke. Yes. I got the joke. I got it the moment I got it before you even thought of the joke. I got it. It's okay. But this was definitely a good get on Sony's part. And I do look forward to more Spider-Man games by Insomniac. Also, Insomniac, where the hell is the rest of my Ratchet and Clank games? Please give me more Ratchet and Clank games. Alessa, leave that alone. It's just a hole in the wall. I think I'm running out of things to say. Has the credits circled through, or are we still going? I'm not quite sure. That's one thing I do wish games wouldn't do, is circle through. Don't ever circle through credits. Get the credits, put them in, and then let the game end. Still going. Alright, that's good. Well, not really, because I'm running out of things to say, and there's so many people who worked on this game. I don't know, maybe that's not a bug. Maybe that's just, like, lint. Like a big ball of lint or dust. No, Funke, there was no secret fetish. Alright, Alessa, you're worrying me. Why don't you get down? Yes, the monitor is... No, Alessa, get the fuck down. You're gonna knock down the monitor and I'm gonna destroy you. Get down. Good girl. She's nuzzling the monitor, edging it ever closer to the edge, and I'm not happy about that. Good girl. I only called her good girl because she got off. All right, well, I'm out of steam here, and wow, kind of ended pretty early. It's almost an hour and a half into the stream. I mean, it's not super early, but it's not, you know, a full stream. But I think we'll be fine with that. Still a good way to end. Disney is basically trying to keep hold of their money-making stuff. So they've been basically pulling everything off of Netflix because they're going to make their own damn thing, which really is annoying. Which is a big reason why it shouldn't be okay that Disney owns Marvel at all. Disney should not own other, like, major properties like that. I think it's extremely bad. It's bad business, it's bad for consumers, and it's honestly, it's bad for the competition. It'd be like if Steam bought Epic. The company, the entire company. It'd basically just be the same thing. It's terrible. So, like, you know, Disney buying up all these, like, owning Fox, I think Disney owns Fox. I know they own LucasArts, which ended up getting, you know, like owns all of the Star Wars stuff, so like they can the LucasArts development studio and divvied up all the properties. Yeah, they've owned Fox's entertainment branch. I mean, I'll be honest, I had no interest in Daredevil, so I don't have a horse in that particular race, but I understand, you know, frustration, you know, seeing Luke Cage get canned when it ended on such a really bad second season. Also, Punisher Season 2 is fucking terrible, so I won't be sad if that goes away. But Luke Cage, they canceled Jessica Jones, which I still have to finish the second season, but it's still a pretty good show. I guess it was just Luke Cage and Jessica Jones. Iron Fist was terrible. We don't need more, you know, rich white boys co-opting, you know, Eastern cultures. We're fine. I honestly would like to see a Daredevil TV series. Or, not Daredevil TV series. There's a Daredevil TV series. Deadpool TV series. Guess I'm getting a little tired. Yeah, no, if we could get a Deadpool TV series, that'd be fantastic. I also don't feel that a company should have its own storefront. Like, Epic is fine because they're branching out and becoming like an all-around storefront, even though, you know, they started out as their own thing. But, like, EA's Origin, they only sell EA games, and you can only get EA games on there. And that's just not okay, in my opinion. That creates a weird monopoly, which stifles competition, it stifles creativity, and it ultimately hurts developers as well as the consumer. So Steam is okay, because even though Valve is a development company, it doesn't just sell its own games, it sells all kinds of games from all different other companies. Like, everybody's welcome. Same with Epic, with their Epic Store. GOG, even though it's owned by CD Projekt Red, it still sells games from all other companies. So like those are okay. Like I said, I'm kind of circling around here. But like this Disney owning multiple companies like that is just not acceptable. So what you're going to end up seeing is all the Marvel properties leaving Netflix and being shoved onto Disney's platform. And I think it's going to do well for a while, and it's probably going to succeed because it's Disney. They print money. We're all going to make our predictions that it won't last very long. No, it will. People will pay good money to have a Disney-only service. They will. At this point, I'm willing to just take that bet. So don't expect to see Marvel properties on anything else once they launch the Disney thing. I guess I should also reiterate on our third stream of this game. We did so because I was putting the game off for a while, but our third stream brought us back into the game with the passing of Stan Lee. So obviously, you know, that was a huge bummer. And a huge loss for so many different people and so many different industries, not just comics, but, you know, the movies, the games, all the things that came out of the works that he and Ditko and, you know, so many others at Marvel did. So losing him was a pretty big deal. So, you know, obviously, you know, we got to dedicate this last stream of Marvel Spider-Man to the one and only Stan Lee. Excelsior! Thank you, you know, so much for all you did for the comics industry, and, you know, in ripple effect for movies with the revitalization of the superhero film, and, you know, video games with stuff like this that came off of your works. It's just, you know, so we will dedicate this last Spider-Man stream to the memory of Stan Lee, who passed away. I don't think we'll get an achievement for visiting his grave. such a tasteless achievement. I can't believe you put that in Insomniac. Why the fuck would you think that that was okay? Oh my god. And all that's going to be left for me to do with this game is run it through and get all of the trophies. Yeah, if you go to the cemetery in North New York and you go to Ben's grave and you interact with it, you get a very short cutscene and then a trophy. It's kind of gross. Okay, this is a really long credit sequence. Are we circling around? Or is this What's New Pussycat and there's like a dip in the middle? No, we're at the executives now. So maybe we're hitting the end. Yeah, not Stan Lee's grave. No, this game came out way before he passed on. Cause no, I think that would be the ultimate in awful if they actually like had Stan Lee's grave in here and you pay respects. Like wasn't it Yick has the grave of Iwata? Like, there was a game that came out recently where there's a section where you can go and visit Satoru Iwata's grave, and it's just the most disgusting fucking thing. God, video games were a mistake. Now that I think about it. Can you just imagine, like, of this post-credit sequence, he goes to the graves of Ben and May, and right next to it's fucking Stan Lee's? That would be so terrible. I'm pretty sure that's not gonna happen, though. But the thought popped into my head, and just, Yes, how awful to be buried in it. How awful to be in a video game. I think this is looping. I'm almost positive this game is looping now. Or, yeah, that the credits are looping. So let's look for something that it's not. Are you sure, Brainbuster? Because I'm almost positive this damn thing is looping. This is insane how long this has been going on. I guess a lot of people worked on this. Wow. Oh, you're damn right you'll eat a timeout. You'll eat a timeout until like halfway through my next stream. That's how long of it. I will calculate the exact number of seconds it'll take to time you out until 9:00 p.m. tomorrow. I promise you. Happy Feet Foley. There are penguins in this? We're in the audio section. Yeah, audio. I like at least that credits have always been so consistent that we know. Holy shit, how many? I lost a ton of frames during this stream. Yeah, something's up with my ISP. They're fucking with me. I don't know where we dropped frames. Nobody mentioned anything, so I'm sorry about that. But luckily, that's a very small portion of the stream. But yeah, it's good that the copyrights come in at the end, right after, I think, like, the audio section. So yeah, alright, fine. You win this round, Brainbuster. But I will see you next time on Wager Your Chat Privileges, the video game. Well, that, folks, has been Marvel's Spider-Man, brought to us by Insomniac, developing for Sony Entertainment. Once again, rest in peace, Stan Lee. Thank you again so much for everything you did for comics, for movies, for video games. Your work will never be forgotten. And we dedicate this stream to you in your memory. as we roll through the final section of the credits, where we get all of the legal stuff that we really don't need. You could have put this into a pamphlet. I would have been fine with that. Just so you know, they used GitHub. Licensed under the... You may not use this file except in compliance. Did you not even just change the lettering? Like, the writing, you just copy-pasted it in? Do they need to add this? Software is presented as is without any express or implied warranty. In no event will the authors be held liable for any damages arising from the use of this software. I guess for the epilepsy and stuff, because we do have the epilepsy warning. Jesus, this is a lot of legalese for a video game. Like, I don't think any of this was necessary. Is any of this really for us? The hell's Eigen? Cache Sim. So this is something that was created by, you know what? I think this is for people who might data mine or try to reproduce or reverse engineer the code for this game. So that's probably what this is all for. This has gone on so long, even the music just... Oh, there we go. I was gonna say, the music just sort of gave up. Oh, I don't see any more text coming. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's right. Ditko passed away before the release of this. That's right. So, you know, that is correct. Ditko did pass. So we you know, present this also in his memory. Definitely not second to Lee. They worked on such similar levels in work, and I actually feel like an asshole for not acknowledging Ditko's work as well as much as I did Lee's. Oop.
So close. But I'll keep trying. I will find a cure. I will. I love you, son.
Oh shit, there's your sequel hook. Holy shit. That was a good twist. That was good. That's how you go out. Hell yeah. Oop. Congratulations. No, Funky, shut the fuck up. I swear to God I will reach through the internet and fish slap you. We can change the time of day in research stations for our fresh adventure. So we unlocked a whole new slew of options for this. We found the anti-ox suit. So we've basically uncovered all of the suits in the game. But it doesn't look like we have enough to complete the rest of the suits. Oh, equalizer. Complete everything and we can get whatever suit this is. But it looks like it's just going to be Nude Peter. Found the homemade suit a while ago. But yeah, oh right, wow. That was a really, really, really good game. That's a terrible suit. The worst suit in the game, and they should take it out. And Insomniac, my offer still stands. I will give you $100 if you replace this suit with a MS Paint version drawing that I will provide you. $100. And hell, you could even sell it to me for $20 after I give you the $100. My offer stands, and it is extremely valid. So don't forget to give them that hashtag MS Paint Spider-Man to get this terrible suit replaced with my awesome better one. Although I must appreciate Peter's bulge. All right, so that's where we're gonna end it. Thank you so much for coming by and watching. That, of course, was Marvel's Spider-Man. Great game. Definitely recommend it. And of course, I will see you on the next one. Later.